What's up, y'all? Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka y'all already know who it is. Trigger ranking the Trigger Man himself. Basically, y'all, today I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit the notification bell. Happy Super Sunday to everybody. I can't watch no more of that. It's I already know who gonna win. Seahawks gonna win. Patriots is not winning this. Uh Oh yeah, if y'all want to support the channel, Cash App is in the description of this video. If you want to follow me on any other platforms, everything is in the top of the description of my channel. With that being said, let's get this show on the road.
You are watching a master at work.
Alright, so boom. I want to do this video about from Trapmore Ross, and they saying it's something about Epstein. So we're gonna let Trap break this down in the meantime. I will periodically be putting my head on a swivel, as urban politicians say, and checking out this score, but it ain't looking good.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape.
God damn, how long is the commercial?
You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one, to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality, right now.
Trapmore gang, there are some more disturbing revelations coming out of the Epstein
Alright, so this is orated by Trap Lore Ross.
files, and this one is going to chill you to your core because it's now been revealed that apparently the day before Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his cell, apparently they had already drafted the press release for his death. Now, I couldn't really believe this when I heard it, but I
What's
am
up? First
seeing
thing
absolutely
here,
everywhere
what's
on
up?
Reddit,
First?
and it's just not adding up. It's not making sense, and I'm scared.
So listen, y'all, we're gonna have to really get into this one because this one right here is your name is Rochelle. Rochelle. Okay, what's up, Rochelle? Ah yeah, we gotta get into this one, y'all. This one right here gonna be crazy.
I'm honestly quite scared. I was going to wrap it up. I was going to stop talking about this, but every day there is a new revelation. There's a new bombshell in the files, and this one makes it pretty hard to believe that somebody didn't know what was going down in that cell. I'm scared to even say. This is one of several posts that I'm going to show you talking about the same thing. It says an internal draft of the New York Southern District's press release announcing Jeffrey Epstein's death, stated a day before his body was found. Now, people are saying, how does this make sense? An internal draft of the New York Southern District's press release announcing Jeffrey Epstein.
So they were gonna kill him. It was a setup, man. Jeffrey Epstein either is allegedly still here, or somebody took him out. Yeah, you gotta get your goofy ass out my chat, bro. I don't know what the fuck you come in here with that goofy shit, man. Man, go goddamn, go lay an egg, bitch. The fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck out my
It's
chat
dated
with
the
the
day
goofy
before the
ass
body
shit.
was found, but the press release itself is still posted live online and dated Saturday, August the 10th, the day his body was found. But the internal draft of the press release is dated the day before. Now, people say it's actually embarrassing for the US government how obvious of a cover-up it is. They're saying, agree, they had one job, right? So they're saying, this is the final press release. So I believe this was the original press release. It's got the wrong date on it. Now, is it possible that maybe they accidentally typed the wrong date, saved it, and then realized? I guess so. I'll read you what it says, but this says for immediate release, Friday, August the 9th, 2019. Now, if you didn't know, now I can't show you what's at the bottom of this photo, okay, but what I can show you here is it's basically, these are kind of like reports from within the prison, the Metropolitan Correctional Center, and this says it's a...
Yeah, Patriots, but they didn't sit their head down somewhere. Damn, Seattle going back on the fucking field? What the fuck is going on? Is the hip hop Lord? Yeah, that's trap. That's trap. That's trap, dog. Yeah, but this one right here crazy though.
I won't show it to you. And I didn't know these pictures existed. Okay, these are unredacted photos of Epstein's.
All y'all hit the like button. It's a handful of y'all in here. All y'all hit the like button.
Resuscitation.
I know why y'all on here because the Super Bowl ain't worth shit.
Can't show you these on YouTube. I might do another video looking at these, maybe on my Patreon. If you want to see that, let me know down below. But
Yeah, that
this says
nigga
the time this photo
dog
was taken, and they're all crowding around his body trying to resuscitate him. This is at 6:33 a.m. All right, on the 10th of August. So, press release talking about August the 9th, 2019 just don't really add up. How?
How,
6 a.m.
Sway? How?
And this is the same. The first thing I thought was maybe it's in a different time zone, but then this is New York. This is the Southern District of New York.
Yeah,
This is a statement of Manhattan U.S. Attorney on the death of.
I don't know what time zone y'all at. I'm in Eastern. It said we love to hate. Please. Oh, what up, King? What up? Hey, King, bro, everything going good, buddy? It's going good, but man, some shit going on with Twin, bro. I think Twin trying to sabotage me. But it's all right, though. Who the fuck is a Harry Potter wannabe? Oh, you talking about Trap Morals? This man ain't no damn. He just from the UK, bro. Cut it
Jeffrey
out.
Epstein. Manhattan U.S. Attorney Jeffrey S. Berman earlier this morning, the Manhattan Correctional Center confirmed that Jeffrey Epstein. It's interesting he said earlier this morning, right? Because we knew it was an
Oh, hell
6 a.m. 6 a.m. mission. Anyway, I don't even want to say the wrong thing here. Jeffrey Epstein, who faced charges brought by this office of engaging in S-trafficking of a minors, had been found unresponsive in his cell and pronounced dead shortly thereafter. Today's events are disturbing and we're deeply...
Hey, 19-0 is nasty work. You're a music producer. What's up, man? I produce music too. Big dog.
Aware of their potential to present yet another hurdle to giving Epstein's...
19-0 is nasty as other word. Like, basically, y'all just went to the Super Bowl. You didn't do nothing. You just showed up. But you ain't do shit. Fuck out my mom.
What a shame. What an unfortunate coincidence. To those brave young women who have already come forward and to the many others who have yet to do so, let me reiterate that we remain committed to standing for you in our investigation of the conduct charged in the indictment, which included a conspiracy count, remains ongoing. Now, maybe you've got to look into that conspiracy count. I don't even know what to say. Okay, so we continue to urge anyone who feels they may be a victim.
Nah, bro. I don't know what's finna happen, bro. I'm trying to make it. I don't know, bro. It's confusing, bro. It's confusing, bro. It's just confusing. And damn, pros and cons.
Or have information related to the conduct in this case, please call 1-800-CALL-FBI. Imagine you're a victim and you see this debacle going around. And you think, oh yeah, I think I'll call him. Yeah, the conspiracy. Yeah, I'll call him. I'm not trying to be on the wrong side of this conspiracy. Now, a lot of people have noticed, okay, this is the pre-release, the pre-order, all right, pre-saved. They pre-saved this body, and it's got 19XXX at the bottom of it. Now, apparently this is the official one. This is the correct one, okay? And this one's got some redactions, but this one says August the 10th. They've got this right, okay? But the text is basically the same. All right, he's been found unresponsive in his cell earlier this morning. Is exactly the same. All right, and they're still urging you.
Okay, so bro, I can't play copyrighted music on the page because they'll boom the video.
Call in. You should call in, but this one's actually got some correct information. So, yeah, people are saying the identifier at the bottom of the page is corrected. It says, wow, so that further proves it was written and approved on the 10th and a file number updated. Here's a live version dated August the 10th. Is this actually on the website? Yeah, this is the actual one that was published on the website. It's got there. Crazy. Okay, this one is actually on the website. It's the exact same text, so we don't need to worry about that. People saying, whoopsie. All right. that's interesting. It says, don't know if it means anything, but Epstein is told to be a 66-year-old black male. He was definitely blackmailing people. Just found it to be interesting. A document about psychology services intake screening on the 7th of August 2019, 3 days before his checking out. It's interesting. There's some interesting stuff in this document. I mean, this probably won't surprise you, right? But essentially, he basically explains, he basically explains, look, protective factors. Mr. Epstein adamantly denied current idle ideation or intent or a history of self-deletion attempts. He stated, I have no interest in offing myself, he explained. Although this situation is not perfect due to him being incarcerated, he noted he has lots to do for his legal case. He described having a wonderful life, to include interactions with interesting people and projects. He said, it would be crazy to take his life. He furthered, I would not do that to myself. He denied feelings of hopelessness, although he did report being depressed and unhappy about his current situation. He previously...
So, what y'all think? Do y'all think Epstein killed himself? Do you think Epstein is still alive? What the hell? Like, bro, what is going on? Like, I'm just looking like this shit getting like a Hardy Boys movie or some shit, bro. Like, we ain't in Kansas no more, goddammit.
He's reported he's sleeping adequately now he's no longer in the SHU. He appears future-oriented as he endorsed an interest in being housed in Gen Pop. He adamantly denied self-deletionality, okay? In light of his vague self-report regarding the incident which precipitated his placement on S-Watch, combined with his fear of his own safety, he reported difficulty managing his time in the SHU and the high-profile nature of his...
Damn, they said I could be a better president than damn Donald Trump. You know it's bad. You know it's bad when the man pull up on my channel, bro, and say I could be a better president than Donald Trump. Oh, LL, what up? What up, LL? OG, what up, OG? Yeah, man, with this shit, we watching Trap right now, man. This shit crazy, man. They talking about 2 days before Epstein was found unalive. They said that 2 days before he died, they already had something writ up for the press, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on, dog?
He'll be stepped down from S-Watch to psychological observation. Okay, he said he would not do that.
Because basically, I can. Go figure. Go figure. Nah, the reason I got these sunglasses on because
You are watching a master at work.
see, like y'all, you know, so you gotta. But anyway, yeah. But being a better president than Donald Trump is. That's funny.
Now, how crazy is this as well? Look at this. They said, asked about the alleged incident which transpired yesterday resulting in his placement on S-Watch, Mr. Epstein said he's frustrated he's been placed in a punishment cell for no reason. Specifically, he was referring to his placement in the SHU. Asked to recall events surrounding the alleged incident, Mr. Epstein said his cellmate was playing with a bedsheet and claimed he does not recall the events thereafter. He said he recalled eating meat and drinking water and claimed the next events for which his memory is hearing himself snort and waking up on a stretcher. He said he does not recall himself or his cellmate tying a string or rope around his neck. He said he's been trying to remember and racking his mind. Asked if he experienced any interpersonal issues with his cellmate, Epstein described his cellmate as agitated and claimed that the cellmate called him a PDF file for the first time yesterday. He said his cellmate was reportedly reading a newspaper article about Mr. Epstein, which bothered him, and it was something he believed to be strange. There's been an article about him in his cell. Mr. Epstein recalled throwing away the newspaper photograph of himself by crumpling it and flushing it down the toilet. After his cellmate ever threatened to harm him, he denied that.
Bro, hey, I don't know about that one, bro. Bro said, what? You said it's cool to say that the African Americans love Trump.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's why he told The inmate companions yesterday that his cellmate tried to kill him while also claiming no memory of the end.
The ICE workers is not liking Trump at this point. They didn't even get their checks. So you did all that bullshit and you ain't even get paid for it. Get your goofy ass.
So I guess he wasn't a snitch. Calling him a disgusting PDF, but I guess he wasn't a snitch. Mr. Epstein said he didn't recall the incident, further stated, I don't know if he put it there as a joke. He explained he'd been experiencing difficulty sleeping in his shoe cell due to inmate peers banging on the door and cell window, but he hasn't been experiencing any other acute issues. A reason for removal from watch? Said, I have no interest in offing my...
And where are you from? Since you all the... Since you like, all black people are not a monolith, bro. Like, this shit... Just because one person like Trump, that shit don't mean that. Yeah, just because shit, Trump got down. I mean, one black person voted for Trump. Oh, the Netherlands? Yeah, man, you don't know nothing about Black America, bro. On the closest you probably getting to Black America right now is some YouTube videos, bro. Like this shit. Everything you see on YouTube, but this shit ain't real. This shit, some of this shit scripted, bro. Like, don't let YouTube and Netflix and all that shit fool you, bro. Blacks in America, bro, we're different, bro. You got the East Coast, the West Coast, the North, the South, Midwest. You got light skin, dark skin. You got old, young. It's a different demographic of just, you know. But yeah, I can't say that. I can't say the majority. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. He did express a feeling of safety being housed in the psychological...
I might rock this on Valentine's Day only because it got the little...
shoe, and that's where he ended up.
The little heart.
Right? He asked if he could remain on this stage.
That's the only reason I'm going to wear that bitch on Valentine's Day.
Reevaluate on a day-to-day basis. He expressed a desire to be in Gen Pop rock.
My ex-girlfriend got me this goddamn jacket.
Other than the shoe, I asked if there was a safer unit for him to be housed in comparison to the one he was initially placed. He claimed there were many MS-13 gang members on the initial unit, and he was advised he'll be maintained on psychological observation for the future. Okay. So here's a little bit more background on the supposed initial attempt, all right? He basically said he was found by shoe staff in his cell with a string loosely tied around his neck. It's unclear at this time if he had placed this string around his own neck. When he was asked by this writer how he ended up on S-Watch, he denied remembering. He said he got a drink of water last night in his cell and went back to bed. Next thing he remembered was hearing himself snore. He said he wants to know why he's on S-Watch.
Yeah.
Staff stated he was found in his cell with a string on his neck.
Got the lips on it. Yeah, I fuck with it. I seen I had this hat for like maybe 4 years. I bought it from Lennox because this dude, like, me and him used to be battling. Because every day I come in, I would have to wear a black suit when I go to Lennox. But every day I made sure I had a different hat. Bro, I got about 500-600 hats, bro. I got a hat to match everything in my wardrobe. But motherfucking, I seen that motherfucking the little lips and shit. I was like, bro, where the fuck you get that? He told me where he got it from. I went straight upstairs and bought that bitch. Straight upstairs. Yeah, man, I just like looking decent, bro. Like looking good, man. You know, just and then I'm on YouTube. Like, how the hell you on YouTube? And yeah, hit the like button, y'all. Yeah, how the hell I'm on YouTube and I'm looking bummy and shit, bro. Like that don't. It said. Damn.
The cellmate.
You trying to get me to kill him, man. You trying to get me to kill the game right here, bro. You trying to get me to take niggas, girl, on Valentine's Day.
I'm scared. So I've just seen an interesting comment here. It says the only difference between those two press releases in the body text between the draft.
Hey, King, I think something happened, bro. I think Twin did something, bro.
The published statement is the phrase apparent self-deletion appearing in the published one and the file number.
I'm just praying that she didn't do what I think she did, but it's okay. It's cool. What's up? As
you can see here, right? This is the one from August the 9th, 2019. And this says he'd been found unresponsive in his cell and pronounced dead shortly thereafter. Then we go to the one that was on.
Bro, what is this
the
little
10th of
symbol
August.
in front of this shit,
It
y'all?
says,
What is this?
Found unresponsive to
I
cell.
keep seeing this in front of a lot of people comments.
Self
It ain't no letter. It's like a little symbol. It says art. What the fuck that shit say? I don't know, 7A or some shit. It's been on a lot of people comments. I just started seeing it like yesterday, day before yesterday, but I ain't never seen that shit before. So, man, that's that bullshit. This shit over with. They got 11 minutes left. Seattle got the ball. At least they scored though. At least they ain't get blowed out. They got 7 points, but they ain't got nothing but 11 minutes left, and they're gonna have to score like 2 more times. Yeah, that shit's some bullshit right there. That's a waste of time. Nah, bro, Patriots ain't got shit. It's 7-19. Patriots ain't got a motherfucking thing. Yeah, this shit. Yeah, they ain't doing shit. They ain't doing shit. That's a waste of damn time.
Interesting how they drafted that.
Motherfucker done pay all that money for
how draft is updated to the final release. They use a letterhead template that says 19XXX and you fill in the info. The date by itself isn't proof that it was drafted earlier. I could open it.
Hey y'all, guess what? The halftime show gave MAGA a heart attack. I didn't know one word Bad Bunny was saying, but guess what? I did read that one sign. The sign said, the only thing stronger than hate is love. So sit your goofy ass down. That's why you ain't come to the motherfucking Super Bowl, goofy. Bring your goofy ass. Tell me, oh, he's not coming to the nigga. Take your ass off. Bye, bitch. I don't give a fuck about that shit. No goddamn Super Bowl nowhere. Last year, now, when that bitch was in New Orleans, man, that was it, bro. That was that Kendrick halftime, man. That was old magnifique. But yeah, I was jamming with Bad Bunny. Them, I ain't know a goddamn word you said, but hey, I was rocking with that shit.
Template next time right yesterday's date on Twitter.
Yeah, that shit was trash. That shit was garbage as fuck, bro.
You see an actual file info or an email record to prove this was the file created and content was drafted on this date.
Hey, G, if you in here, man, get this little nigga up out of here, bro.
Friday instead of Saturday, I wouldn't.
She probably don't see it. She might not even be in here. Yeah, love, I don't know. You can't be in here, so. Yeah, you got to go. Please don't come back. Please, I'm begging you. Please don't come back.
I'm really scared. Okay, they're saying news media going to look into it, or it's just us? What a disgrace. You mean the news media owned by billionaire friends of Epstein? Oh my. I can hear the gaslighting now. It was just a typo. Just a typo. Just a typo. The one reasonable explanation is the person who wrote this draft with the wrong date when they learned of the self-deletion on Saturday. However, word usually inserts...
How the hell they knew he was going to die 2 days before he died? Like,
commas, or inserts the correct date when you stop typing it, but 2 copies were released. Looks like this document exists in 2 distinct versions. If you were to get the date wrong, you would go back and update and resend it. But the second version...
Yeah, man, this shit crazy because, bro, like, tomorrow, but the talk of the... Bad Bunny gonna be the talk of everything, bro. Bad Bunny tomorrow is gonna be the talking point. They probably ain't even gonna talk about... I know they're gonna talk about the winners, but they're not gonna talk about this game like last year's game, bro. That shit was crazy, bro. I'm talking about Philly beat the hell out of motherfucking Patrick Mahomes and them. From Poland, man. It's about 4 a.m. Damn, 4 a.m. Shit.
It has an updated date.
It's 9:45 here.
Look, okay, there's a few different...
It's some bullshit though, but it's like basically a waste of time, dog. Like,
there's
best part about it was Bad Bunny.
a few different versions of this going around on the different subreddits, okay? They're saying, why would the government draft a press release saying that Epstein died a day before he actually died, okay? Saying, was this in the files? It's a very good point. People saying they're monitoring the Epstein subreddit. I feel like every time something good is pointed out in this sub, it gets removed from the doc shortly thereafter. Now, I saw...
Damn. So they say that the government is basically watching your shit. And if you say something that's like going towards the right path or whatever, or you coming with some shit like the Hardy Boys and figuring this shit out like Scooby doing them, they're gonna throw a monkey wrench at your ass.
Some pretty sensational stuff in the Epstein subreddit yesterday that did very quickly get deleted. And I'm going to talk about that in a separate video, but there was some crazy stuff, some of the craziest stuff that I've seen, and it was deleted. It says this has been posted, then mysteriously deleted at least a couple times in recent days. They can just stop trying to censor it. It's out, we see it. Outside of Epstein world, I would be willing to believe they just messed up the date, but it is strange. Why would they enter anything but the final draft with the correct date into evidence? They also messed up the day, number, and day, timeline, and more info here. People saying save it and keep posting it everywhere. Who's mysteriously deleting it?
So they say,
right?
Yeah.
So maybe they messed up.
So by them deleting that shit like that, bruh, somebody coming up on some information that they don't want us to know about, bro. Because if they just come and deleting your shit like that, bro, nah, dog, something ain't right by this.
Date 2, but if that was the case, it would say Saturday, August the 9th instead of Friday, August the 9th. The fact the day matches up to the date the 9th was a Friday makes it less likely to be a typo. It's saying exactly this wasn't an error. I screenshotted it.
I think Buddy was wealthy. I think he was well off. But I think he had more power than he had money. Meaning that, okay, yeah, you got an island, but everybody coming to your island and they doing some nefarious things that is frowned upon. Like you can look, well, I ain't gonna say that, but yeah. Looked at a lot of things that was frowned upon, and a lot of these people were very powerful people. They had money too, but they was more powerful. So by him having that, it's sort of like Meyer Lansky with the gangsters back in the day. Meyer Lansky was setting the gangsters up, recording them, taping them, and if they come with some bullshit, Meyer Lansky gonna expose them niggas, and hey, you gonna lose your street credibility as a mobster because they're like, oh, you on that funny stuff. So yeah, but it's just like that. But with the whole death thing, I don't know. It's just mysterious that he just died, bro. Like, and then they say he killed himself. Like, I don't believe that, bro.
1 second before it disappeared, but I need to now find it. Okay. Here's an NDA agreement from the night Epstein died. Inmates said a woman killed Epstein. Oh my God, no. It says this one is the closest to a smoking gun. They redacted the female guard's name, who they said killed him, which is super suspicious. Oh.
Damn, so they redacted her name. Why did they redact her name? So look, y'all gotta look at that shit too now. When they be redacting shit and you say you see the paper, and in the paragraph they got shit blacked out, that's called redactions. That's when they take certain people's names and just certain information they take out of the actual files. By them doing that shit right there. So I don't know if y'all know, they said it's 6 million files, but they said it's 3 million that was redacted. So it's 3 million more pages of this shit that we don't even fucking know, bro. Like,
here's another summary of the night. Should we look at it? I'm scared. Okay. So this is an NDA and it's attached to like a bunch of these internal reports made by the Federal Bureau of Prisons and Department of Justice about the incident. There's a summary here. I'll just read you the summary. I mean, we already know this, but we'll just recap. It says on August the 10th, not 9th, 2019, approximately 6:33 a.m., inmate Epstein Jeffrey was found unresponsive in his assigned cell in the Special Housing Unit, aka the SHU. Inmate Epstein was pronounced dead just over an hour and 3 minutes later at 7:36 a.m. by the emergency room physician at the local hospital. During a conversation with the operations lieutenant officer, Knoll stated that she and Officer Thomas did not conduct the 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. count. Operations lieutenant had also had a conversation with Mr. Thomas where he stated, "We messed up, you think?" Miss Knoll and Miss Thomas were asked to provide memorandums for the incident. They both stated they were traumatized and needed to go home. Can't talk about it. I'm traumatized, need to go home. They also stated they wanted to contact the union president to review any memorandum and that they would have to write. Need a lawyer. So this is another report on what went down in the prison. And it's got a lot of interesting details about how Epstein actually wound up being there. This says the FBI arrested Epstein on the S trafficking charges Saturday, the 6th of July in 2019. He was arrested at Teterboro Airport in New Jersey upon returning from Paris, France. He was transported.
I like, bro, my nightmare, bro, I ain't gonna lie, is to be like in a mansion somewhere. And I walk in the room and I see Donald Trump on top of a little young girl. I'm gonna be like them folk when they be in church, stick my finger up and walk straight out the I didn't even see that shit. When I was young, I fucked around and used to be watching them scary movies and shit, and I would always wake up with night terrors and shit. One time I woke up and ran in my mama's room, and let's just say she was with my stepdad. I'm not gonna go no more into that story.
Federal Bureau of Prisons at the Metropolitan Correctional Center, located at 150 Park Row, New York, and keyed into Century that evening and put in the MCC, which housed 750 inmates at any given time, and assigned inmates to various housing units within the MCC. He was originally put in the MCC's general population, but he was then moved to the special housing unit pending reclassification due to significant increase in media coverage and awareness of his notoriety among the inmate population. So he was put in the SHU within the MCC where inmates are securely separated from Gen Pop to ensure their safety as well as the safety of the staff. The SHU is located on the 9th floor of MCC, and the access to that floor is controlled by a locked door that can be opened remotely.
I think he was in New York. MCC. I thought it was MDC, but it might be like another part of that prison. Because I don't think his shit was state. I think that shit was federal.
Only by MCC staff members in the MCC Centralized Control Center on the 1st floor, and access to the SHU is controlled by a second locked door to which only correctional officers assigned to the SHU have keys while on duty. You would have to be pretty James Bond looking motherfucker to sneak in there and do anything crazy. Now, interestingly enough, they would talk about his psychological intake screening. He said he didn't have thoughts of self-deletion, never attempted it, and told the psychologist he was not receiving treatment for his mental health. There was a very, very interesting point that was made in the next paragraph, where they basically said they conducted a self-deletion risk assessment on him. He denied any mental health or self-deletion history, didn't say that he wanted to check out. He said he was future-oriented, expressed a commitment to life and safety. The note showed Epstein said, he explicitly said that being alive is fun. Being alive is fun. He said being alive is fun. That's what he said, okay? So, yeah, there you go. He was prescribed a few medications. All right, he met with Blank while conducting a legal visit because he was spending an inordinate amount of time and day hours with his attorneys. To avoid missing the completion of the follow-up, Blank briefly interrupted an attorney visit and met with Epstein privately. According to notes, he denied wanting to check out, okay? He was seen by psychology in the presence of his attorneys while conducting a legal visit. The visit recommended no follow-up. They said he's good, all right? Epstein's attempt to establish guidelines for communication and bring his attorneys into the fray regarding his mental health treatment being provided by the institution. It's not typical for the Bureau of Prisons, I believe that is, for the BOP to provide psychological intervention in the presence of others, okay? And then that's when he basically had the little run-in with his cellmate. His cellmate, Blank, told them that Epstein had attempted to off himself. Correctional officers believe he had an orange homemade rope. That color is very interesting, which they removed. Correctional officers also observed he was breathing but unresponsive. I believe this was attempt number one and it failed.
So they say he had a braided rope, orange rope. I think they was wearing orange, what they call them, jumpsuits.
Personally. He was placed on S-Watch by the operations lieutenant, okay? Anyway, they conducted an S attempt of Epstein, directed he would be taken off. He said, I have no interest in offing myself. We already heard this. He was depressed. He was unhappy.
So basically, he already saying that he wasn't going to take himself out. Because, I mean, believe it or not, bro, with the kind of money Epstein had, Epstein could have beat this shit, bro. Like, I mean, he could have took it to trial and beat it, bro. Like,
Basically, every single day between July the 25th and 29th, chief psychologists met with him, conducted a clinical contact. He denied any kind of ideation of wanting to check out. Daily psychology contacts indicated he should be moved to another cell due to toilet issues. He was directed to have a cellmate. From what I understand, I don't think he ended up with a cellmate in the end. So this is like a timeline of everything that led up to it, right? Basically, July the 30th, 2019, they determined he didn't appear to be an immediate danger to himself. Okay, they said he must be housed with a cellmate when he returned to the SHU. Basically, everybody was informing everybody of the cellmate requirement. They were confident that people knew this requirement, but it didn't appear to have happened. Said that blank should have told blank, and that blank should have told the SHU staff. Blank will be responsible for ensuring everything was in compliance. They provided writing, email, wording, verbally. They didn't know Epstein. Blank said the SHU staff.
see, every time he's saying blank, all that shit is blacked out. It's redacted. So like, bro, like they giving us like, bro, it's almost like a puzzle, bro. Like you gotta put like, to me, somebody should have AI read all 3 million of these pages right quick. Cause AI probably can do it. AI could just skim through that shit, all 3 million pages, and you could tell AI the most important things you wanted to have pull out these files.
Know that he was supposed to have a cellmate. They heard it spoken about when he would visit the SHU more than one occasion doing rounds. Captain Blank said after the directive was issued, they spoke and directed him to ensure that Epstein had a cellmate. Okay, personnel knew of his requirement because it was discussed during staff meetings, but apparently he spoke with Blank regarding Epstein. Blank said, get him a cellmate. He added, typically the MCC will house an inmate who was previously on S-Watch with a cellmate. So there was no BOP mandating that an inmate coming off S-Watch have a cellmate, but doing so was sound correctional judgment. They said it was common practice for prisoners coming off the watch to have it, but there's no BOP policy addressing the necessity of assigning cellmates to individuals coming off. Okay. Okay. Well, basically, right. This is all the lead up, all the things that should have been done but weren't.
This game is
so
over.
it says here, all right.
Yeah, 22-7. It's a possibility they could score again. But they would have, man. Hold on, let me look. Let me see. What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on. It's another. What? Hold on. No. 28-7, bro. God damn. Get your goof ass out my motherfucking chat, bitch. Fuck out my motherfucking chat, ho. Yeah, man, but that shit crazy. 28-7. Wow. And that's crazy because you got the number 1 defense going up against the number 2 defense. So I thought it was going to be a low scoring game, but
this is literally the day before.
Apparently not.
On August the 9th, 2019, that should be 2019, but it shows how easy a typo can be made. Said that they knew that Epstein was.
All right, y'all, it's slowing down for me. It's getting a little slow for me, y'all. Let me see. Oh shit. Juicy got a white woman. She fine too. Let me see this. We finna check out O'Shea Duke Jackson. Y'all check the boy. O'Shea Duke
When
Jackson.
you get up in the morning, before you talk to anybody, before you say good morning or anything to anybody, you need to speak to God. If you don't beat your mind, I said, if you don't get ahead of your mind, you get up tomorrow morning and you don't get ahead of your mind gonna tell you all kind of stuff. You know, that's good.
When you wake up before your mind runs ahead.
For real, for
At this
real.
point, Drewski, you ain't learning from Shannon Sharp. She's gonna take you for everything you got.
I believe it was like last year that Shannon Sharp went viral for Thurston.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp lost a hell of a bag fucking around with a goddamn OnlyFans. This nigga lost down Damn near more than he made in the NFL and on some bullshit.
For this particular model on Instagram, and
And her name is her last name is Zuniga. Uh all right, bro. You can't make this shit up.
name was
You know who Sky Bree is, though, Joe?
Scott Bree? Who that is, coach?
Yeah. How I do it.
Cut it out, oh. This nigga said how I do it, bro. He bragging and got sued.
Hey, Scott, I mean, who
See
is that? Who is
and
that?
see, that's why you gotta be careful, bro. Who y'all talking to, bro? Cause, bro, some of these women out here is just they lost, bro. Some of these men out here lost too now, but some of these women out here just I don't know what to say, bro. I don't really know what to say, but anyway, shit.
Help me out.
You know what I'm saying? She little something. You know,
That little something sued the fuck out your ass. Sued your goof ass. Sit your goof ass.
she might be
down.
famous for some vertical activity that she good at.
what happened here is Shannon Sharp was basically alluding to the fact that he was clapping his OnlyFans model's cheeks by the name of Sky Bree. Now, it just so happened that DJ Academics knew who she was, emailed her or hit her up on text message. And then we found out that Sky Bree did not even know Shannon Sharp.
Woo!
I swear, I hate when Negroes lie on their deed.
Got him.
Hold on. Oh, so this another one. Oh, this ain't Gabriella Zuniga. I guess this another one. But they say the nigga lied on his dick. What?
Password? So that got me to figuring out who Sky Bree was. And when I found out what she does online, oh my goodness.
She's straight though.
Booty clapping it up. But then it gets
She's
more
straight. I
interesting
ain't gonna lie. She
because
alright.
Sky Bree ended up pulling up with Drewski at the
Oh, come on, Drewski. Somebody said, I mean, he has blonde hair. That says a lot about it.
Knicks versus the Lakers game. And it was then that I found out a lot of y'all knew exactly
God
who she was.
damn.
Boys, we got action. Somebody said, who's that with Drewski? And after taking a closer look, we know who that is.
Now, Drewski is spending so much time making fun of everybody else and, especially the black church and hypocrisies, but Drewski is not unfamiliar to dating women, especially with a raunchy past. He dated Ruby Rose for some time, but let's talk about
I think Drake hit that. Ruby Rose.
elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is not just that Sky Bree is doing whatever she's doing online. The elephant in the room is, well, she is white.
Down.
And this is interesting because Drewski's commentary and most of his skits are like Black American or African American, or at least the Black community centered. We saw the skit with him and the Hebrew Israelites. We saw the skit with him in the megachurch. And when you look at Sky Bree, she doesn't even seem like she's into stuff like that. And I'll be honest, when you saw them at the game, it appeared that their chemistry was a little off. Maybe it was just because they were hanging out and all of that. But to be honest, a lot of people were not happy about it.
Personally, I think it's happening. This is not a shot or anything. I actually like this person. But Drewski, it gotta be. And not because, oh, she's baddie or whatever. It's just like they don't seem like they have any type of thing in common to form any type of relationship.
What's up, y'all? Jeremy Anderson here. Check this out. Before you skip this ad, this is for those of you all that's...
So you're already seeing where this is going. You got some black women from the black community saying, let's get Drewski. You're about to end up like Shannon Sharp. dealing with these white women, and especially in the case of Shannon Sharp, he fell to a white woman by the name of Gabriella Zuniga, who is an OnlyFans model. And this lady is an OnlyFans model too. And Drewski is
that's the one. That's Gabriella Zuniga.
Gabriella Zuniga, who is an OnlyFans model. And this lady is an OnlyFans model too. And Drewski is publicly seeing her. Now, this is also interesting.
Man, hey, y'all get y'all a regular chick that you could love, she could love you back, bro. All this, bro. I'm not, bro. And I mean, she's definitely not a bad looking woman, but I'm not going up in that. If you got a whole page full of videos of you getting dug out, like that's not my vibe.
Because this is a white woman who is getting her cheeks clapped for a living, like
for
you
a
can
living,
Google it for yourself, and you can find out.
For
you probably
a
can
living,
get the video evidence too for the free. Woo! The question is this: would Drewski?
She getting that pussy beat to sleep every night. Damn, Drewski, what you got going on?
Date this lady if she was black.
Good question.
We're looking at people weighing in on TikTok about Sky Bree in this alleged relationship. I'm not really seeing a whole bunch of negative stuff about the lady, despite what she does for a living. And Drewski, whenever I've seen him with women, they tend to be, I'm talking about like seriously, lighter skinned women. In this case, Sky Bree is white. I never really see Drewski with women who are brown skinned or dark skinned. Maybe I just missed the memo, but I don't really see it. And it brings me back to this whole situation that black women who would do this OnlyFans career would generally be looked at as stops that nobody can touch. And black men would be calling Drewski out for it all day. They would be saying that, listen, you're dealing with this chick, she's a bird, she's a thizzot. Like, why are you dealing with her, Drewski? You can do so much better. But then, here's the problem.
Drewski is looking for a $50 million debt, and for real, he could have came and gave me that $50 million if he was just gonna be giving it away. Hopefully he doesn't send any messages asking for anything. Hopefully he doesn't ask for any pictures. Hopefully he doesn't fly anybody out from here to there, or your ass is grass and your legacy is tarnished.
See, that's how they got Diddy. That's why Diddy in jail on some shit that called a Mann Act. The Mann Act was created for Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson was a famous boxer back in the day, and he liked dealing with white women. So it really wasn't nothing they could do at first, but because of the racism back in the day, they figured out a way and created a law called the Mann Act, which is basically, if I fly a chick out here right now and it don't go right and shit go left, she could sue the fuck out of me for everything I got.
Understand that.
One of the things that you always see is when you see black women who are promiscuous or doing certain things like that, a lot of black men are quick to call it out. Like, you know what, you're dealing with these ghetto black chicks, they single moms, they this and that. But then when it comes to a white woman who's doing the same thing, some black men could just not call it out. Now, if you look at Sky Bree and maybe how she carries herself, she's not like loud or abrasive or anything like that. Doesn't really draw a whole bunch of attention to herself. So I guess that you could say that about her. But to be honest, if Sky Bree was black and if she was with Drewski, it would be all bad. But then, here's the part.
You'll see some black men talking about they don't like black women because we ghetto, we ratchet, so and so and so. I ain't mad at that. I'm a ghetto, okay? I'm not mad at that, right? But then you'll notice that the white women and the Mexican women and the Asian women that they chase after are crusty ass imitations of that ghetto caricature, right?
Oh, I can't say all that. You see, she generalizing shit. You can't generalize all this shit, bro. You got to be more. Like, I don't go by face. I go by the case. So I'm more of a Martin Luther King type. I'm more like the content of your character. It ain't really about what you looking like. It's about the content of your character. So that's what I roll off of.
Now just think about this, right? Drewski is the hottest skit maker in the world right now, in my honest opinion, especially in America. Drewski is at the top of his game by far. Nobody can see him. He is a heavyweight. Now imagine a white dude who was the top skit maker in the world right now. Would he ever give the time of day to Sky Bree if she was black? You're a white version of Drewski.
Dear Dr. Hansen, because of Piedmont's precision,
I am still here.
Hell no. You would never do it. And when this lady says that black men typically only get the ran through ones of other races, it's not always true. For sure, you got black men who can get high quality Asian women, high quality white women, especially if they're successful. You know,
I dated an Asian, well, a Japanese woman and a Dominican before.
In proximity towards white women, and I have some
But
brothers.
it was like a culture shock because it was like they kind of, I don't know, just like, especially the Asian ladies, they different, bro. Like when I say they different, bro, they different, bro. Like if you grew up like how I grew up, and you meet somebody from Japan, born in Japan, raised in Japan, and just came here on a student visa, bro, it's totally different, bro. It ain't like talking to these chicks out here in America, bro. That shit is way different.
In Europe.
And they do shit that motherfuckers ain't really used to like that. Like, I mean,
I got some brothers that live in places like Idaho, Salt Lake City. So of course where you live at really matters. The issue is though, that there is a trade-off because Drewski has to be like the top of his game for her to even deal with him. Like if you see probably some of the dudes that she picks to do these little clap scenes with, most likely none of them are going to be badly built like Drewski. Woo!
So I did see something one time where one of these little OnlyFans models or whatever was messing with some dude named Gucci Third Leg. And they say he gave her something, bro, and like basically gave her a package that she can't get rid of.
Drewski, in order to get a shot at her, he gotta be on his stuff. He gotta become correct. He gotta have clout, he gotta have all these other things for her to even consider it. And it's crazy because, like I said, Drewski has everything going for him. She don't have nothing going for her. She literally sleeps with dudes for a living. There's so many other women out there that he could deal with. And it leads me to this reality. The only reason why he's dealing with...
And then you got to be careful, like, let's say hypothetically next week, she come out and say she got a disease. Ain't nobody gonna, well, I can't say that because there's a lot of artists out here that got packages and them motherfuckers, they still got 7 and 8, 9 baby mamas and all that kind of shit.
I mean, it could be a white thing or something. I'm not sure. I doubt that may be the case. I mean, some guys
shit.
can like,
oh my God.
Come on, with Sky Bree, if they are to do
come
something,
on, dog.
She's probably not gonna tell.
Man, the man done scored again. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me check this shit. Oh, they gonna call it back. Holding it. Fuck. Yeah, they called it back. Buddy ran a touchdown.
He's like becoming so big, becoming so known that dealing with the average chick or dealing with somebody who got something to lose is just too risky. And that's probably why he's with this chick. But still, that's me giving him the benefit of the doubt. He can still find a sister or somebody from the community within his range, right? In my honest opinion. But again, it just goes to show you that just because you're successful as a black man, it's null and void when you want to trade it in.
And I know this might be a little off the script, but we did a video last week before last. We were talking about Casanat them, and you know, Casanat like up 200 M's, and this girl cheated on him, so it's allegedly. All this is alleged, y'all. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I know the man said he don't ever want to be in another relationship ever again. And I feel him.
Or a white woman. Again, you cannot find me a
You up 200 million and your girl cheat on you, bro? Bro, these hoes ain't loyal, bro.
White version of Drewski, who has all the opportunity in the white world, that will go around and just say, you know what?
Oh my God,
Give me a
this shit
black,
over
sexy
with, bro.
OnlyFans.
The Eagles finna win this motherfucker. I mean, the Seahawks, I meant to say the Seahawks. I said the Eagles.
Wow.
The Seahawks
I'm gonna go
finna
ahead
win
and
this shit.
publicly take her to the Madison Square Garden.
This shit over with, bro.
Have her sit next to Spike Lee, front row ticket. It will never happen. All right? And I just wish that black men would start to realize like what you have and just stop like giving it up so quickly just because a chick is mixed or a chick is Caucasian or whatever the case is. Like when you have leverage, you have leverage. And she built herself from getting clapped by some guys in the black community. Woo! And again, that's kind of a bad look, even if it is publicity. But the question is, guys, what do you think about it? Guys, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Y'all check out O'Shea Duke Jackson. We going next video we finna react to is self-talk. Y'all go check out self-talk. Self-talk channel. Good channel. I put that on the beat. I put an 808 behind that.
While I'm on the topic of losers, I went home the other day and saw that Corey Holcomb still had my name in his mouth. I'm really so confused about that with all the controversy he's been caught up in lately. Corey Holcomb, you don't fight well enough to do this with me.
Okay, so in today's video, we got to talk about Joe Budden and Corey Holcomb addressing each other live on their own platforms, man. So,
Australia. It's Monday in Australia afternoon. Damn, it ain't even 11. It's 10:17 over here watching the game. 8 beers down. Fuck the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots, they some bullshit. Yeah, they some bullshit. Yeah, Stephon Diggs was talking all that bullshit.
I want to get into this because it's a hot topic to discuss right now, man, because we know Corey Holcomb, since this Anton Daniels thing, man, he just been going off on everybody who had something to say about his current situations, like the other situation that involved a female comic with Corey Holcomb and her getting into an altercation as well, as you guys can see in this video clip right here. So yeah, man, Joe Budden has said something about that on his podcast show.
That nigga Corey Holcomb tried to slap the dog shit out that woman, guys. What did she do to you, Corey? Corey, I'm appalled at you. Well, that nigga trying to take that lady in. Oh, bro, it ain't funny, but goddamn, bro.
Let me show you that.
Can't make that shit
put everything into context in today's video. So let's check out what Joe Budden had to say about the Corey Holcomb situation with the female comic. Here's the video.
Here, bro. He spit his whole chair on you, boy. What are you doing?
He was like, yo, dog, like, I'm not scared of you at all.
And as somebody, like, I don't watch Corey Holcomb stuff. Corey Holcomb comes off harsh to me. So and I like dark humor. I like shit like that. But some of that is too rough. When he was like him and Jess had a thing, Jess Hilarious.
Man, her voice sound just like Jess Hilarious. When she just said, him and Jess Hilarious went through their thing, I thought that was Jess Hilarious talking.
Going real hard on her. It just turned me off. I stopped really watching after that. But I will say that for me, as a black person, especially an angry Negro like myself, when I see stuff like that, the same way I was real impressed by Glasses Malone, with him having this debate with this guy that says all shit that I hate, and I'm expecting for you to whoop his ass. If he get that far, I'm expecting for you to beat him up.
If I buck up and you don't cower, then I gotta punch you in your face.
No, nigga, outside of it being your show.
Now, Anton had security there. They both alluded to...
Don't disrespect me like that. Put this getting loud. I ain't thinking loud. Then don't switch seats. Okay, well, it is a threat. It's supposed to be a threat.
And I understand that it was meant to be a threat.
It's a threat.
Right.
What you talking about? I don't think that's a conversation.
All right, Anton's winning me over in this.
That's what I'm...
Okay, so Corey Holcomb caught wind of what Joe Budden said.
Man, this shit was trash, bro. I'm glad I didn't rush home to see this bullshit. I'm glad I was able to see the Bad Bunny part. That was cool, little Bad Bunny, little, you know what I'm saying, like, you know. And the reason why I wanted to see that, because I really wanted to see what the fuck is going to go on tomorrow. What Trump going to be talking about. They're going to be talking that goofy shit tomorrow.
Yeah, comic, right? So this is what Corey Holcomb said, calling out.
I'm talking about they had Spanish people all over that motherfucker. I'm talking about all over that bitch. I was like, damn. Hey, I bet Ice ain't show up out there, bro. Them niggas was outnumbered. Like, you would have got beat to sleep out that bitch. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If Ice would have been out there, bro, it would have been like.
But check out that clip right here.
This man jump on women. You think this a lie? A lot of men who mess with men and women fight women. A lot of men who mess with men and women. I just gotta say something. Women.
No.
Do you know who I'm talking about? Fruit Booty Buttons? See, I never say their name.
Yeah.
As you
I got a name for him. Fruit Booty Buttons.
I know you.
And his crew.
That nigga say, Joe Button, booty look like a fruit bowl.
Fruit Booty Buttons is a serial woman beater.
Come on, bro.
Fruit Booty Buttons is a serial woman beater. Was talking about
Man.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
About how he sat. They said the girl said he sat on my stomach and made me have a miscarriage. You know what he said? I didn't sit. I sat on top of her titties or something. He said I sat on where her breast was. That's where I was sitting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Fruit Booty Buttons. I know you ain't talking crazy about me, homie. I know you ain't talking crazy about me, homie. I mean, most of the time, all you guys who say what you say, I don't care what you say online. I expect you to talk about me. Yeah, Fruit Booty Buttons. They know who I'm talking about.
Damn,
Fruit Booty Buttons. That motherfucker say, I think he said I was a bitch ass nigga or something. Yeah, I'll be a bitch ass nigga online. Online, I'm a bitch ass nigga. Man to man, I ain't no bitch ass nigga, homie. But man to man, you a serial woman beater. Everybody.
Not a cereal. I think it's a cereal. Honestly, I ain't never heard him do nothing to no female. But I did hear that your boy Drake did smash his gal. I heard about that shit.
Do the homework on Fruit Booty Buttons and all of the women that have accused him of actually beating them up.
So as we can see, man, Corey Holcomb went in on Joe Budden, and he started talking about Joe Budden's past and stuff like that. And yeah, man, Corey Holcomb went off. Typical for Corey Holcomb, he doesn't hold back when he responds back to people. And yeah, man, so I guess Joe Budden caught wind of what Corey Holcomb said live on the 5150 show. And Joe,
that's crazy. In what it said, Australia. In Australia, it's Monday. So the Super Bowl came on Monday, and it's Monday right now in Australia. That's crazy.
Budden had went off on his platform, man, so I want to highlight that clip for you guys. So if you can, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. That really does help support my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here, Benjamin. Hold on. Oh, man. Let me see. I don't think we finished this one. 0 in the bits already have one.
Every 14 minutes, someone finds
y'all don't come in there. Y'all don't come in here like
about
5 minutes. I'm about to get up out of here. I might stay on though, just in case, but.
And at this whole Epstein list moment, and I'm not even gonna lie.
All right, y'all, we watching Panda Press.
Something feels off. And nah, I don't mean off like I'm shocked rich people are nasty. I'm talking about the reaction around it. Because the second certain names pop up, everybody turns into a philosopher overnight. Everybody got a lab coat on. Everybody got a calm voice. Now let's be fair. Now let's not generalize. nuance. Now we need nuance. And I'm sitting here like, do you see me fucking laughing, motherfucker? Oh, word? Y'all know nuance now? You just discovered nuance like it's a new iPhone update. Because I've watched the internet for years. And when it's certain people, it don't be nuance. It be judgment. It be labels. It be a whole group catching heat for one headline. That's what I want to talk about. Not who's guilty off a screenshot. Not let me join the mob. I want to talk about the rule switch, the double standard, the way people suddenly act careful when it's convenient. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let me set this straight before somebody clips me on purpose. I'm not convicting anybody off a list. I'm not doing that.
We don't do that here.
If your whole worldview is name on paper equals guilt, you're going to get played for the rest of your
Yeah, because everything that's written down ain't always true.
life. And that's the trap people fall into every single time. Somebody posts a collage, somebody drops a thread, somebody says it's in the files, and folks start talking like it's a court verdict. Nah, that ain't justice. That's entertainment. What I'm breaking down is the framing, the language people use, the way the mainstream talks, the way the internet talks, and how those two things magically line up when it's time to protect somebody or time to throw somebody to the wolves. Because you can hate evil and still be smart. You can want accountability and still not turn your brain off. I'm here to keep the brain on, even when it's uncomfortable. Here's the rule switch in one sentence. When it's black people, we all get lumped into the same category. When it's white people, they get portrayed as individuals. Like it's never white culture did this. It's always a disturbed person, a loner, somebody with issues, somebody who fell through the cracks.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
It's always a story that protects the group image. But when it's us, the headline don't even be done yet, and people already got the think pieces locked and loaded. This is what y'all do. This is why y'all, you know the rest. That's why I say some folks be offended by everything, ashamed of nothing. And then they turn around and lecture everybody about morality like they're the standard.
Yeah, it's just the caliber of people that's actually in this Epstein files is amazing.
And the Epstein
we got
moment,
world leaders that was over there fucking around, like doing God knows whatever.
Expose that whole game. Because you could literally watch people change their tone in real time. 1 minute is
Hey, I think it's gonna be a civil war. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a civil
outrage.
war.
Next minute is, well, actually, suddenly they remember nuance. I'm tired, bruh. Let me show you how it works. The language always shifts to protect the group image. I remember watching it happen with my own eyes online. It went from don't let the white kid reach into his backpack to don't let the quiet kid reach into his backpack.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Same fear, same panic, just a safer label. Because quiet is an individual trait. White is an identity. And they don't like that mirror. They'll swap words so fast your head spin. It becomes...
I mean, honestly, they got Diddy on the Mann Act, so you know that's water like that. That ain't. You might well get caught with some weed and at the airport or some bullshit.
Not race.
You get more time for weed at the airport than that shit.
Class.
Flying a female out. Come on now.
It becomes not identity, mental health. It becomes not the group, just this one person. And look, some of that can be true. Mental health matters. Class matters. All that. But why does it only become the focus when it's convenient? That's the question. Because when it's convenient, suddenly we're all scientists. But when it's not convenient, it's straight to labels and jokes and group blame like it's nothing. That's why this topic ain't even about the list. It's about what the list reveals about people. This is where the hypocrisy really starts showing its teeth. Because a lot of people don't actually want accountability. They want the feeling of it. They want the rush. They want the moral high. They want to feel clean without doing anything hard. People love to perform disgust. They love to post, this is evil. They love to act like they're the last righteous person on earth. But the second the smoke touches their side, their tone changes. Their energy gets polite, their voice gets soft, their words get careful. That's selective outrage. Outrage when it's convenient. Outrage when it's trendy. Outrage when it won't cost you friends, sponsors, status, or comfort. But when it might cost you something, now it's less weight. Now it's we need context. Now it's we don't want to generalize. And what makes it nastier is how people act like they don't see themselves doing it. They'll lecture everybody about morality, about how we need to be better, about how society is broken. Then when their own house looks messy, it's why you making it about identity. You being divisive. It's you're the nothing. They are offended if you point it out. Offended if you name the pattern. Offended if you don't play the game quietly. But ashamed, nah, no shame. No reflection. No accountability. Just deflection. And I'm not saying don't be angry.
That's crazy.
Be angry. I'm angry too. I'm saying direct that anger with discipline. Because sloppy anger helps the system. But I watch how it gets used. It starts circulating, people start getting uncomfortable, and suddenly the new slogan is, this isn't about race, it's about class.
Shut the fuck up. Back the fuck up. I'd like to fuck at you. Hey.
And listen, class matters. Power matters. Money matters. I'm not denying that, but I'm also not blind. Because it's funny how class becomes the safe exit door at the exact moment race would make folks look in the mirror. The elites is a comfortable enemy. Everybody can hate the elites. It's vague, it's abstract. It doesn't require you to confront your own biases. You can tweet down with the elites and still go to brunch feeling like a hero. But the second you say, hold up, why do y'all treat one group like individuals and another group like a category? Now the room gets cold. Now people start calling you divisive. Now they start calling you hateful. Now they start acting like you were the one introducing the problem. That's why I call it an escape hatch. Not because class is fake, because people use class talk to avoid admitting they switch rules depending on whose identity is on the screen. Here's the truth. When it's us, it gets treated like identity, like culture, like a moral stain that spreads. When it's them,
like when that dude unalived that lady on that train, I think they was in Charlotte, and he unalived a lady on the train, it was like they lumped us all together with that.
It becomes systems, bad apples, mental health, complexity, nuance, and then class. Like, bruh, I'm watching the exact same folks who never gave nuance to anybody suddenly become scholars. Suddenly they got a whole thesis on why we should be careful with language. I'm like, where was this careful energy last year? Where was it when it was time to protect somebody else's humanity?
I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that. Like,
and I'll go one deeper. Even the elite label can become a way to protect the average person from accountability. Because
it's like, bro, when you at a certain level, like Bill Gates and all them like that, like, see, Bill Gates fucked up. He in the paperwork talking about he got burnt. Allegedly, he got burnt by some Russian girls. Had to get some of that what they call that shit when you get burnt, some shot in the ass or whatever they call that shit.
Now you can pretend the only problem is some cartoon villains at the top instead of admitting everyday society. Somebody gone, the coverage looks different. The head uncomfortable keep dodging. Now let's talk about the biggest tell. Where is the prison energy? I'm serious.
So ain't nobody going to jail behind. The only person who went to jail was Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody else walking around scot-free. Help me make that shit make sense.
System wants somebody gone, the coverage looks different. The headlines look different.
Look
the
at
questions
Diddy.
get sharper. The pressure gets louder. The tone is not, let's be careful. The tone is, somebody needs to pay. But with this, the vibe is weird. It's not justice. It's not consequences. It's more like, let's talk around it. Let's report the drama. Let's cover the reaction. Let's keep it moving. And look, facts matter. I'm not saying throw facts away. I'm saying the difference in energy tells you what time it is. Because the media knows how to apply heat. They do it all the time. So why doesn't it feel like heat here? Why does it feel like containment, like reputation management, like keep the public calm? Like, y'all can be mad.
But they got companies that actually, that You could pay them and they'll scrub the internet like of all the bad shit about you, bro. They'll scrub the internet, bro.
But don't start flipping tables. That's why people say, notice the mainstream isn't talking about justice. They're not talking about prisons. They're not talking about real consequences with that same chest. They're talking like this is a scandal, not a crisis. And when you point that out, folks act like you're crazy. They'll say, you're making it racial or you're being extreme. No, I'm just watching the pattern because I've seen how fast the machine can move when it feels threatened. This is the accountability illusion. They give you enough headlines to feel like something is happening. They give you enough outrage to keep you busy, but not enough pressure to force actual outcomes. Then time passes. People get tired. People start arguing. People start policing each other's tone. And the story turns into, remember that crazy week? Instead of, remember when people got held accountable. And then there's the other weapon, overwhelm. Because that list be so packed, it start feeling like a multiverse. Like, bruh, how many characters are in this season? And people joke about it, but it's a real psychological effect. When something is too big, your brain stops trying to solve it. You either laugh or you shut down. That's why massive scandals don't always lead to massive change.
They lead to scapegoats like Jeffrey Epstein. And I'm not saying Jeffrey Epstein was innocent in any type of way, but it's like Jeffrey Epstein is the only person that really went to jail behind this shit and got locked up. Ain't nobody, Elon Musk was on the list, Bill Clinton, Trump, all them was on the list. Bill Gates, all them. Ain't now one of them in jail, bro.
It lead to massive fatigue. It turns into, well, everybody's evil anyway, which is the perfect conclusion for the system. Because if everybody is evil, then nobody is responsible. And if nobody is responsible, nobody has to pay. And that's why the chaos matters. Too many names, too many screenshots.
Hey, y'all, so check it out. I'm gonna finish this video off, and then I'm gonna come back probably about maybe 30 to an hour.
Too many half stories. Too many people rushing to make a viral thread. It creates a fall. And in fall, accountability can't aim at anything. That's when memes take over. Jokes like Trump's name mentioned more than Harry Potter's name in all the Harry Potter books combined. Funny, but also kind of heartbreaking because you can hear the powerlessness in it. People clown because they don't believe anything will happen. Overwhelm is a feature because it kills focus. And focus is what forces consequences. When focus dies, pressure dies. When pressure dies, the story becomes entertainment. Then what happens next is predictable. A new trend hits, a new villain hits, a new argument hits, and everybody, they get disproven. They die because people get tired. The cycle is always the same. Outrage hits. Everybody posts, everybody argues, everybody tries to be the loudest, funniest, angriest person in the room. Then the next phase kicks in. People start policing each other's tone more than the actual problem. That's when you start seeing the, well, actually, it's the story getting turned into a performance instead of a demand. Then comes the boredom stage. People need news where the double standard comes back again. Because when in certain groups, people don't get bored. They keep the label alive for years. They keep the stereotype warm like leftovers. But when it's powerful names, the public gets guided toward fatigue. Too messy, too big, too complicated, too many we don't knows. Then poof, everybody moves on and the system breathes again. This is the real point that sits underneath everything. Who gets humanity by default? Because humanity looks like this: individuality, complexity, second chances, benefit of the doubt. We don't want to generalize. We don't know the full story. Let's consider context. Meanwhile, other people don't even get the privilege of being complicated. They get reduced to a symbol, a headline, a stereotype, a warning label. And once you become a symbol, you can't win.
Nah, that's a different video.
Everything you do becomes evidence of the story people already wrote about you. That's why this isn't just unfair. It trains society. It trains kids.
It's talking about Epstein though, but it's a different video. This Panda Press.
It trains employers. It trains teachers. It trains police. It trains media. It teaches everybody whose mistakes represent a person and whose mistakes represent a group. And when the Epstein stuff hits, that training gets exposed. Because if the list is majority white men and the reaction is still, Not all. Let's be careful. Then it proves something. It proves the bar for collectivizing whiteness is almost impossible to reach. But collectivizing blackness, that bar is on the floor. And some folks don't even notice they doing it because it's been normalized. That's why people get so defensive when you name it. Because naming it break.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, black people are not a monolith. You can ask me how it is for black. You can ask me how it was being black, but I can't tell you how other black people grew up in America. So we are not a
Now here's
monolith.
why I'm careful, because I'm not telling anybody to become hateful. I'm telling you to become consistent. Return the same energy doesn't mean become what you hate. It means stop giving people unlimited grace who would never give you the same. It means stop being so easy to pacify. Stop being so easy to distract. So here are 3 rules I personally use so I don't get emotionally recruited. Rule 1, I separate facts from framing. Facts are what's confirmed. Framing is how they want me to feel about it. Rule 2, I watch who gets individualized and who gets collectivized. That tells me who society thinks deserves humanity. If the language gets soft when it's them, but harsh when it's us, I already know what time it is. Rule 3, I don't let outrage replace standards. Outrage is easy. Standards are hard. Standards mean you apply the same rules no matter who's on the screen, even if it makes your own side uncomfortable. That's the
Excuse my manners. I got standards.
only way you stop being played, because the system survives off people being inconsistent. It survives off people being loud for a week and silent for a year. The scariest part is that evil exists.
5 ways to make time for God with a busy schedule. Number 1, when you wake up, pray immediately.
Already knew that. The scariest part is the rule optional. Optional depending on status. Optional depending on identity. Optional depending on whether the story threatens the group image. That's why people keep feeling like they're watching the same movie every year. Because you are. Different headline, same script. And then they act surprised when folks stop trusting the system. They act surprised when people stop believing in fairness. Bruh, fairness can't just be a slogan. It has to be a standard. So here's the question I want sitting in your head while you look at this whole moment. Let me tell y'all one more thing that will change how you watch the news forever. There's a script. And once you see the script, you'll start predicting the next headline before it even drops. The script goes like this. Step 1, shock. Breaking. Bombshell. New files. Step 2, distance. Alleged. Unverified. We don't know. Not because they suddenly love accuracy, because accuracy is a shield when the story is inconvenient. Step 3, sanitize the villain. You start hearing words like complicated, high profile, controversial, and when the suspect is from the protected group, it's always framed like a fall from grace, not a pattern of harm. Step 4, redirect the conversation. Instead of who's accountable, it becomes the internet is wild. It becomes look at the conspiracy theories. It becomes people are overreacting. Now the story is no longer the files. The story is your reaction to the files. Step 5, fatigue. They keep it muddy until you're exhausted. And once you're exhausted, you accept anything that feels like closure, even if nothing actually happened. And this is why I keep saying the double standard ain't just opinions. It's mechanics. It's a machine that knows how to protect power without saying we're protecting power. And if you're not paying attention, you'll think you're informed when you're really being guided. So yeah, when I look at this Epstein moment, I'm not just seeing a scandal, I'm seeing a mirror. A mirror that shows who gets treated like an individual and who gets treated like a category, who gets nuanced by default, and who has to earn basic humanity.
Damn, this is crazy, bro. Bro, the way bro be breaking this shit down, it'd be hard not to react to his videos. But I keep telling y'all, this man is the Martin Luther King of YouTube, bro. Like,
Every single time. And what makes it worse is the performance.
Oh, hey, what's
the
up?
Same people who stay lecturing everybody about morality.
Oh, Free Spirit, what up?
Suddenly get real gentle. Suddenly it's
King was in here. He one of my moderators now. Granny came back, but man, Granny got a lot going on. But yeah, Granny came back and was getting their ass up out of here. I think it was last Sunday. No, it might have been Sunday before last. Granny came up in here, goddamn, sniping them niggas like. I'm talking about she was like, get your bitch ass out here, bitch ass nigga, stop playing me, boy. Yeah, but Granny got a lot going on. But just everybody in the chat. Well, ain't nobody but friend here. Pray for Granny. Yeah.
Be careful. Suddenly it's, let's not generalize.
Because I was doing the live.
Bruh, where was that energy?
I was doing the live, and then I just started seeing people disappear, and I'm like, oh, I said, oh shit, Granny.
When it was easy to blame a whole group for one headline.
Yeah, they've been getting on me, babe. They've been trying to they've been fucking with my live, man. Like just all these trolls. Cause it's like I'm getting more traction now, like how I was the last time. Something happened where I think something happened with the channel. I mean, I would go live, nobody would be in here. But now it'd be like, shit, I went on live with my girl the other night. Shit. That shit got over 600 views, you dig?
That's why I don't even get shocked anymore. I get focused. Because once you understand the rule switch, you stop getting emotionally recruited. You stop letting the story become memes and fatigue. You start demanding standards. The same standards for everybody. Here's my question for you. Do you think people really want justice, or do they just want comfort? They want the story to feel safe again so they can go back to sleep.
I'm going to this David case.
I'm reading everything. And look.
Okay, Rap Exposed. That's who we watching. We just got to watching Panda Press, y'all. Panda Press. But right now we're going to Free, you 40. It used to be me 40 and the other dude. I forget his damn name. Yeah, me and 40 fell out. 40 was on some bullshit. Like, I don't know what the fuck 40 was on. That nigga was on some goofy ass shit. If you don't come back free, buy free.
Her in putting his Tesla because she was pregnant. But even more evidence came out, which was shared. David update. An alleged photo of David wearing a similar wig to one Celeste Rivas was wearing has surfaced online. One reply even read, she looks about 10 years old here. How can his friends say that they thought she was 19? But investigators believe the setting of the photo of David wearing the wig plays right into what he said, where he likes to believe that sometimes he lives in an anime-like world. He likes to imagine that he's the character who likes to go commit serious crimes and live in other reality.
Yeah, this shit, like, just his, like, methodology, just his mindset, some of the things that he liked, bro, yeah, it's bad.
An agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego, and the story of the manga went like...
See, that alter ego shit, that shit gonna get him fucked up, talking about all this alter ego bullshit. Yeah, that alter ego shit gonna get him fucked up. Talking about he could go and kill people and all this madness, man. Like, man, this new generation kind of, you know, they're a little different. They're a little different than when we was brought up. But hey, every generation changes, so it's never gonna stay the same.
I was a detective, and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. And he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as a detective. So like when I was as a detective, I'd be like solving is that I'm committing myself. And it was like a
damn. I mean, that's some weird, like, I mean, I'm just saying, bro, like, it's different. Like, I mean, it's interesting, you know, how he thinks or whatever, how his mind works. But that ain't it, big dog. That ain't
cool
it.
little story. I didn't think anything would come of it. Like it was in the vault for.
Like the video if this is weird to you, because another reply read, there's hundreds of crimes that he could have used as an example when describing his alter ego, but he chooses to say that. I cannot be the only one who sees how obvious this is, seeing as when he was describing his alter ego, the one crime he went to is the exact crime that happened to Celeste. However, this wasn't the only thing investigators found. What they found next even resulted in David giving his first reaction. When it was announced, a Redditor went to David's house this morning and allegedly found a Tesla key right outside of the front of the house in a gutter behind some leaves. He claimed to have informed the police, pretty crazy if this is real, as when the police arrived, they would claim the Tesla key card. Tesla owners then confirmed the color of the key card goes with the type of Tesla that David owned. That was shared on the news.
Discovery in Los Angeles has led to a police investigation on the West Coast. Authorities say they were called to an impound lot in Hollywood after someone noticed a foul odor coming from a car. Once inside, they discovered a wrapped in plastic. The car, which was a Tesla that belonged to a singer and Queens native who goes by the name David, spelled with A4.
More importantly, the key card was found right outside of the home, in line with the garage. This is because it was announced, per TMZ, police suspect Celeste's crime took place inside of the home where David was staying. Investigators obtained a search warrant to look around for evidence inside the residence. The results of the testing have not yet been released, but it's this area where there is 3 garage doors. TMZ wrote, the homeowner says the cameras are positioned at the entry points in the backyard and on the street. He believes people cannot go in or out of the house without being recorded, which means the feds will go back into the home security footage. The police will attempt to go back.
But I'm gonna be honest, y'all, this is the longest I have ever seen somebody out for M. Just the longest, but the way, like I said, the way Celeste's body was found in this trunk, it's gonna be hard for them to prove pretty much anything. And this is so unfortunate that a little young girl has to had to meet her demise like that. And you know, that's somebody's child. That's, you know, somebody's sister. You know, somebody's daughter. Like, that's just, I don't know, man. This shit, bro. This shit is just weird to me, bro. But let them find a car I had and a dead body in there. My ass going to jail. Ain't no more YouTube. Ain't no more none of that shit. I'm going to fucking jail.
Date where they knew Celeste was still alive, such as at the local August 24th
No less, it's an underage girl.
concert, where it was noted David's brother and Celeste in the VIP area at David's Silver Spring concert last August 24th, where fans' recordings of David's concert shows multiple photos of Celeste standing in the VIP area with David's brother. But here's where it gets very odd. Celeste is seen with David's brother very often, even being seen backstage with him when it was announced. If this video is accurate, it means Celeste was still alive on June 27th, 2024, allegedly seen backstage at a David concert with his brother. Look closely wearing
I'm trying to figure out when they found
sandals. According to her missing person poster, her family noted she was last seen wearing Hello Kitty sandals, the exact same ones she was wearing backstage at David's show. But
alright, y'all, I'm about to cut this one off because I ain't nobody in here. I'm about to holler at y'all. Y'all kicking me in the comment cafe, like, subscribe, share, notifications.